Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Good. Makes the score Cardinals 7, Seahawks 0. Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
Their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He would give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Rashad Penny. And it's 3rd down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again here. Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know It's not.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Always a pleasure.
Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Rashad Penny on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because
that's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Good for a Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. That's the
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Seahawks nothing.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now it's Carson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
What?
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Myers' kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. You got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. From the gun, Murray. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Murray's good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, Murray. He's going to take another shot, and that's caught inside the 30.
How you like me now?
Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Albrecht Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Check safety. Check safety.
They run it with Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 7.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
1-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now Wilson, and off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Philip Dorsett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10.
Makes the score Cardinals 21, Seahawks 10. Mike Michael Dixon to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the Cardinal first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Come back, come back. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, 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 hey. Deuce.
To throw again, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. That's Isabella open on the right side. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
At the 2-yard line.
What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. We got that.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
On the Seahawks 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Right here, right here. Hey, Mike 51, Mike
From the gun, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. And Isabella on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals push further out in front. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
10 at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Operating from the gun, Wilson under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
1st and 10.
That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
At their 49-yard line.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Murray's pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. 56 a minute left. More left.
From the gun, Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And now it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. Now it's Wilson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Wilson's
and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
tackled back.
It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Here we go. 47's the mic, boy. 47. Check, 47.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. He'll look to set up his blockers. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Darrell Taylor. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Second down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the gun, Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down, Arizona.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella,
Arizona.
54 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
For the extra point.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Wilson. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And where they are on the scoreboard almost dictates taking this big shot and trying to get right back into the game. They took it there and couldn't connect. Despite the defense being ready, go ahead and force it downfield. See what you can get.
And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Come back. Come on, QB. Come on. Hey.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella.
Murray's
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. the gun, Murray. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
And the Cardinals.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Murray now. Open man is Trey Burton. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
A gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain. From the gun on third down, Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
A gain of 7.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
For the running back.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 30 on second down, Murray, the hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now from Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. from the red zone. Here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20, 10. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
Cardinals 35, Seahawks 21.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. They're going to get 9 here on 1st down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
56, the mark, boy, 56, check 56. Cut. Check the backer, check the backer.
On 2nd down and 4, Murray, he's got Burton here. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. 22 yards there, a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Right there, 54, right there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. This is Bawden. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up first and goal. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll try to run this one in, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there, with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Cardinals 42, Seahawks 21. Aldrich Rosas.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Number 2.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
He was taken.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Today's final score, Cardinals.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything